Hi everyone. Yeah, sorry. Today I'm gonna talk about 101 Dalmatians equal patched London adventure. Don't know how many. Don't know how many videos I've been getting. Right, it was get a whole load of views, but sure, I'll make them anyway. Why not? They're just innocent things anyway. Nothing major. In a different room today. For my first videos, I was in my bedroom. Now I'm in my conservatory. Um. All right. So patched London adventure, of course, equal to the Forest Period, 1961 classic. Although that's not Adventures on a bad film. It's cute, apart from it. That's a cute film, but it's not perfect. So what's the good? Let's go to Patches on Adventure. Again, much like my words go wild talk. I'll talk about all the important stuff first, and talk about all the important stuff first, and I'll talk about the small things of the film. So what's there to say about Patches on Adventure? Well, it's fairly simple, you know. Well, Pongo Ernie and their family are moving to a new farm, but Patch wants more. Patch wants to stand out and have something for himself, you know, not just be stuck among the nighttime puppies all the time. And when he Mongo talks to Pongo, but doesn't realize Pongo's just talking to sleep and thinks Pongo says he's just one of 101, and Sally goes downstairs and gets left behind when the rest of the family move the following morning. So then he gets to go to the Thunderbolt show that he desperately wanted to before, and gets to befriend his hero Thunderbolt, who's really just an actor and desperate to keep his role, thinking he's getting fired. I think he's getting replaced. Sorry, I don't really want to go through much about the plot. I hope both of you probably know it anyway. This is more of a casual review, so I want to talk more about the smaller things, less important stuff, you know, and more about my own thoughts as well. So sorry, I'm not trying to be rude by not going through the plot. Just like it says in the title, this is like a casual review, so a casual video. So what do I like about this film? Well, it's nice to see all the characters again, such as the 101 Dalmatians and Roger, Nisha, and Annie. Despite Roger, Nisha, and Annie have such a small role in this film. I mean, their own development. The first one may not have been huge, but it was pretty big. I mean, there were certainly good fun characters. You know, some of those old cartoons just portray the human owners as just like legs and voices and don't show much else. But the Roger and Andy actually had great personalities. Andy Roger was a funny musician, cheerful musician, and Tanisha was the sweet, fun-loving mother figure of the household, and Annie was the dear grandmother figure, but also a badass. You know, the way she stands up to her Jasper in this film as well as the first film. When she says, "You'll just ways right now, or I'll knock something out of both of you." That's quite a good line. And they put it on the well. It's pretty terrible. Being knocked covered isn't very nice either, but being put down a well is a new low. So poor Nanny. And Thunderbolt, he's an okay character. I mean, he's not hugely interesting to me, and he's a bit unlikable at the beginning. After a while, you find he stops being such an arrogant narcissist and starts to bond with Patch. And even eventually realizes he needs to be honest with him. But he also realizes Patch has found desperate need help, so he decides he's going to put the fact that he doesn't have to aside and do everything he can to help them. That's good. I'm not a big fan of Little Lightning. I mean, I just think he's kind of a weak, jokey villain. I don't think he's never really felt that threatened by him, and Cruella as well. I mean, to understand it's 101 Dalmatians, and kind of need Cruella, or else audiences wouldn't accept 101 Dalmatians with that I don't think the audiences would accept 101 Dalmatians movie without Cruella, but it just felt like she was in this movie just for the sake of it, her awful kind of force, and I don't think they needed to bring her to back, to be honest. I think that was a bit extreme. I think that was a bit extreme and and very forced. Like, I mean, how did they even get out of jail? I mean, Cruella just went to the guards and demanded they get out, demanded that they had her as last route to help her with something. I mean, I'm pretty sure jail is not that simple. And another problem is Pongo and Purdy. I know they have 98 other puppies to keep track of, but they clearly see some of Patch's cried for help in the beginning, but just seem to deal with them lightly. They don't make any real effort to comfort or support him. And therefore, poor Patch is forced to feel alone and depressed. And another thing that always bothered me about this film. I know we're supposed to feel sorry for Patch because he feels insignificant, but really, what are the odds of there being 99 puppies and only one of them feeling that way? Literally none of Patch's siblings stood out any more than he did, so how come it didn't seem to bother any of them, but it bothered him? Well, just make an interesting story, I suppose. Maybe I shouldn't look too much into that. It's just one thing about the movie that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. And so, and Pongo Purdy aren't very good in this movie, really. They're both unacceptably oblivious to Patch's cries for help, and also they don't have much screen time. They only have a few scenes, and yet they're on the DVD covers if they're major characters. It's a bit misleading. Wendy wasn't on the DVD cover of Return to Neverland, so I don't know why Pongo Purdy needs to be on the cover of this one. And that Thunderbolt theme song was so cringy. Thunderbolt was not something you would have heard in a Disney movie in the 1960s. So let me think. Let me think. What are the best quotes in this film? Well, it's quite funny when he just says that evil, ugly monster. We miles away from that evil and ugly monster, then immediately switches to Cruella de Vil saying her name. And Cruella's quite funny, she has a few good lines. It's remarkable, it's so stunning, it's grand, but it's all wrong. And Lars is a good character as well, by the way. Probably the best original character in the sequel. Certainly better than Little Lightning. And I like it when Patch comes out of the warehouse, so one of his brothers says, Patch, absolutely wizard. Thought that was sweet. That was a sweet thing to say. And sorry, I'm not used to reviewing yet. Sometimes I might just pause, just trying to think of stuff. And it's great. It's a good, decent film. It's not one of my personal favorites, but it's good. One problem I had at the beginning is, we see Patch and he gets all tossed and turned all over the place whenever his siblings are all running. Because, I don't know, maybe he's a bit weaker than most of the others. More physically weak than most of the others or something. I don't know. But the thing is, it seems to kind of very quickly switches for him dealing with that. Him dealing with wanting to be on. Desperately wanting to be on with Thunderbolt on his TV show. I think maybe some of his other problems could have been addressed a little more. I think that would have made it more interesting, and it would have made me relate to Patch a bit more as well. And it's good. It's a decent film. Certainly not as bad as some Disney sequels. I haven't really got that much else to say about it at the moment. Anyway, if I think of more to say, I'll do another review and delete this one and post a longer similar one. But no, I haven't really got that much else to say about it offhand. I think of it. Oh yeah, Try Again is a good song. It's a good message and it's quite catchy. And I think there would have been a scene where Fong are already in the car and going back to London, and they practice how to what to say to Fashion Museum, like, we're so sorry we didn't take you seriously before. That would have been quite funny, and it would have been satisfying to see them show more remorse for not being there from beforehand. So that would have been a good scene. And I also would have liked if Patrick Purdy could have had a longer conversation at some stage in the movie. I mean, do have a very brief one at the beginning, but it's only about 3 or 4 sentences. It's not really a proper conversation. So that's another thing I'd like. And maybe the conversation between Patch and Paul could have been a bit longer as well. Maybe it could have been a conversation with Patch and one of his siblings at some point, like Lucky or Rolly or someone. Speaking of which, I couldn't believe Rolly called his bark the most pitiful bark he'd ever heard. I mean, I always thought he Patch and Lucky got on very well. Something about that reminds me of Charlie and the Chalk Factory. Both Pat and Charlie Bucket have their celebrity heroes, and Charlie is being Willy Wonka and Pat's being Thunderbolt, and then they hear about a competition on the news that they want to take part in, but they can't because obviously his family ruined the next day, and Charlie, because his family can't afford to buy a chocolate bar. So there's a few. Shares a few similarities, little similarities with Charlie and the Chalk Factory. This movie does. But Charlie and the Chalk Factory is far, far better, especially the original 1971 film, which I personally believe is even better in the book. Okay, well, I haven't got a whole lot else to say about Patches on Adventure. Again, if I ever think of more to say, I'll update it. But I'll update this review. But again, I hope you enjoyed. And again, I'm sorry I didn't describe the plot in full detail. Again, it's meant to be a casual review, so a casual talk. So, all right. Hope you all enjoyed, and certainly hope you're watching Harry Thomas Pictures. And I'll see you next time if I do another one. I don't tend to do a huge amount of videos, certainly not as many as you, Harry, but some. Okay, hope you enjoyed, and see you again. Bye.